Let's talk a bit about subscriptions versus perpetual licenses, like things that you just pay for once and can keep forever. The the trend nowadays is to offer software pieces of software as a service. It's called the SaaS, software as a service model, and of course, some services that can run on your own computer don't require anyone else investing any extra money to run them. But online services are running on their own server and it's not that cheap for them to run them. So it's understandable. And of course, they are continuously and ongoingly developing these pieces of software, and you don't even realize, but they are updating that software that you are using online every now and then without you noticing. Now, there are some drawbacks on both sides. So there are some pros and cons, actually. The pros of an online service that is not running on your own computer, it's usually they are really well backed up, so it's more secure. They have a maintenance team. If anything goes wrong, they can fix it inside the company, or they can fix some specific things for you and can help you fix some things. Um, so that's good, but you're paying a lot for that. Um, Also, when they are updating things, it's good that like you always have the most up-to-date version. The con side of the most up-to-date version is that usually has bugs. And it's really frustrating. And a lot of times you don't even know, but it's not your if something's not working, it's not your fault. It's a new bug in the new version. Yay! So pros and cons of the perpetual license, things that you can just buy and run on your own server, like web server, like a WordPress plugin, or on your own computer, like bookkeeping apps and stuff. So the first con is you need to take care of backing these up. The second con is you need to take care of problem solving. Sometimes these companies offer some limited support for these, or limited time support, or limited amount of support, or something like that, or limited support in limited topics. So you are on your own a bit more, but there's a huge pro side. Is that why you can spend, for example, let's take a course platform, um, where you can sell courses and store your courses, and where students can take your courses. If you are paying 70 dollars a month for a subscription to a service like that, that's even with a discount for a yearly thing, it's $700 plus. Meanwhile, you can buy your own, let's say, WordPress plugin, or maybe a complete platform instead of WordPress, for something between 50 USD to 300 USD. And sometimes they are like subscriptions, like yearly subscriptions, but if you stop your subscription, you can keep the version you are already on, you just don't get the updates. So even if it's a yearly thing, it's like at the end of the year, it's like $300. That's much, much cheaper than 700. And so for example, let's look at it for 2 years, and then it's 1,400 for the subscription, and that's still a cheap subscription. Like some of these platforms cost you like 150 USD a month. So 1400 versus still 300. And even if you come across some issues and problems, maybe you can hire someone like me to or anyone else. It's is the part of marketing part of the video that is still going to cost you in a horrible scenario. It's still going to cost you like you pay 300 for the software, and then within 2 years you needed to spend 300 USD on fixing things and help, I guess, getting some help on things. That's still 600, while the other is 1400. If you can afford easily those monthly subscriptions, go ahead, because it's much easier to maintain, and you get support with them, with most of them. That's another question. So do that. If you're just starting out, or if you don't want to raise your prices just because of that, think about this difference. This is a huge difference, an enormous difference. And of course, if you buy a piece of software and you're running it on your computer, for example, let's say a bookkeeping software, then it's probably not going to be updated. You just bought a version and you can keep that version forever. But the pro side of that is you can get used to it. Features won't change. New bugs won't be introduced overnight. And after a while, you will know how to do things in there, what to avoid, how to get around smaller bugs that are there. And yeah, so it will help you keep your sanity. So those are the two sides. But neither side is perfect, and no piece of software is perfect, and no piece of software is a perfect fit for you. So I highly recommend that you don't try to find the perfect match for you, because you need to compromise in each scenario. You just have a choice to say where you are willing to compromise. Like, okay, I don't need those features, or okay, I'm willing to pay more for it, or okay, I'm willing to do my own backups, or okay, I'm willing to use a company with horrible support but good features. It's up to you. And if you think about it this way, then it's easier on your nervous system to pick these pieces of software and to use these pieces of software, and maybe on your wallet if you make that choice. That's all I wanted to talk about today. Today was a bit like it was a random idea. It was a bit fuzzy, not that crystallized. But this is a really important topic. I think I will keep talking about this, because this is huge, that we rarely think about, and can make a huge difference in our lives and businesses and wallets and nervous systems. So thank you so much for watching. I was Peter Warnay, and my main job, I have a lot of projects, side projects, but my main job is that I'm helping solopreneurs, service providing solopreneurs, with their tech related challenges, like setting up those systems we were talking about, or picking those systems that we were talking about today, and problem solving them and tailoring them to their own needs. So I'm creating a lot of content on those topics and some productivity topics as well. So if you like this one, you might enjoy those ones. So feel free to check it out. And thank you so much again for your attention and time, and have a lovely day. Bye bye.